Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back some more Dolphins franchise, our Coach Carousel series, and we avoided being fired even though we did not get 7 wins. We ended up with 5 wins, and we're going to be retained. So we got a good draft coming up here. Playoff situation is, we kind of went through it last episode. This one's going to be a more thoughts on the roster. We're going to go through salary. We're going to look at what we can do with the roster itself and kind of see how everyone did. So Pro Bowl roster here, of course, and awards and things like that. You see Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady, Jackson, Daniel Jones got it on here. Tannehill, Zeke, Aaron Jones. I think that's Aaron Jones, technically. Travis Etienne got in here. First year gets in a Pro Bowl. All right. Caffrey, Gibson, Mixon, Justrick, Nix, Ham, Johnson. So Evans, Jamar Chase is up here as receiver 1 for the AFC. That's a big one. Father Scanling, EQT. That's Calvin Ridley. Devontae Parker is in here at receiver 3. Devontae Adams, Myers, Hill, Godwin, Allen Robinson gets in there, and Cooks. Tight ends, Howard, Smith, Hawkinson, Doyle, Disley, Kelsey. On the line, Bakhtiari, Stanley, Smith, Williams, Quentin Nelson, Jenkins, Marpet, Thuney, Hudson, Lindsey, Jensen, Morris, Mason, Martin, Sharif, DeCastro, Schwartz, Werfs, Collins, Smith. All right, defense now. Team Hicks, JJ Watt, Bosa, Armstead, Aaron Donald, Hayward, Ingram, Nick Bosa, Jarrett, Buckner, Oliver, Brown, Pierce, Hurst, Khalil Mack, Clowney, TJ Watt. I think that's Lorenzo Carter. Middle linebacker 1. We do have Jerome Baker here. Does get it. Jordan Hicks, Linton Vander Esch, John Evans, Milano, Thompson, Jalen Smith, Gakwe, Poole, Hayden, Ramsey, Jones, Peters, Coleman, Bradbury, Humphrey, Ward, McCourty, Hyde, Diggs, Peppers, Jackson, May, Adams, Eddie Pinheiro, Sanders, Kern, Scott, Vincent, Gainwell, Fountain, and more. So we had, what, 4? So 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. 2 of them are rookies, too. Just crazy. Okay, Super Bowl week. Can we, at this point, let anyone go? Okay. Here, we're going to go look through yearly awards. We're going to upgrade players as well. Jamar Chase. We got an upgrade who is now a superstar X Factor. He's probably going to be our number 1 receiver at this point. The guy is balling out. So what did he get? Yak him up. Okay. Mid in elite. Okay. Works for me. More physical. Good release there. Monty Rice. So normal dev. Come up and let's get him pass coverage. And zone. Okay. Jerome Baker is now a superstar. His ability is strip specialist. Okay. So I know someone said the game time on this is actually different, and I did not know that my quarter length was different on this franchise. I never realized it. So I guess that is true. So Kyle Shanahan gets signed over by the Raiders. '49ers and Chargers. All going to be Chargers in the AFC West. Chargers have not picked their coach yet. Look like neither did the Niners. Okay, let's see some of the draft stories. I'm not worried about draft stories. David Evans wins the Heisman. Okay. Barber, Evans, Groves. There's Rhodes. Yep, I would say so. Evans. Okay. There's Barber. He's a halfback though. Balls maybe. The diamond in the rough there. And the rough being the fact that the entire situation's rough. Okay. Yearly awards. Patty Mahomes gets it for MVP. Narrowly beating out Tom Brady. Coach of the year is Matt LaFleur, going 13-3. Going the NFC first. Offensive player of the year, Aaron Rodgers. Alright. They did go 13-3. Defensive player of the year, Shaq Thompson. Okay. Offensive rookie is Trey Lance. Alright, I can see that. Defensive rookie of the year, Chaz Surratt. Tom Brady takes best QB. Or Trey Lance and Aaron Rodgers. Best running back, Zeke. Mike Evans, best receiver. David Bakhtiari, best lineman. Aaron Donald. Chase Young up there, okay. Best linebacker, Khalil Mack. Beast. DB, Jalen Ramsey, okay. Kicker, Eddie Pinheiro, who's on the Cardinals at this point. I think Santos on the Bears, yep. Now for the AFC. Patty Mahomes is up here. Other than that, Trevor Lawrence down here at 10. Okay. See you. Jerome Baker takes Defensive Player of the Year over Rashaan Evans. Probably pretty close, though. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Trevor Lawrence. I can see that. Mark Chase. Etienne's up here. Okay. Monty Rice takes Defensive Rookie of the Year. That I did not see. Blankenship's down here. He only played probably quarter of the year, though. Maybe half. Best QB is Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow behind him. Okay. Running back, Nick Chubb. Jamar Chase is the best receiver. Okay. Best O-line, Quentin Nelson. Didn't have anyone. Their O-line is terrible. Myles Garrett, best D-line. We didn't really get any pressure from our D-line, so this is not surprising. Best linebacker, Jerome Baker. Probably the 3 or 4, maybe 5 sacks he had. Help things. Monty Rice up here as well. Kyle Duggar. We did have Travaris Ward. Earned a starting spot there. Played pretty well. And best kicker is Jason Sanders. Kind of look through our stats as a team first. So we brought in Mitchell Trubisky. Probably a very controversial thing to do. However, Tua just wasn't doing it with me. And that's from a player standpoint. Not just that he was missing passes, but the fact of playing with a left-handed quarterback really just screwed my head. So, the cheapest right-hander that I thought possible that someone would actually deal, Mitch Trubisky, we did deal for him. But we also got a good player out of it with Blankenship as well. It was buried on the chart. And he didn't play too bad, Mitch. I forced a lot of passes, things like that, but he played decently well, only 12 sacks, but 17 and 14, forcing a lot of balls. This defense, but also offense, is anemic at times. So we might end up going with Mitch into next year. At that point, I was satisfied with how he played for most of the time. Biggest thing here was Travis Etienne with 1,400 yards, 5 touchdowns. They have 3 fumbles, but with 259 carries, Jesus, he was a workhorse. It's a great pick and allowed us to actually deal Matt Breida. So at the end of the day, if Fournette, I think he's on a 2 or 3 year deal. Really just going with Etienne and Fournette. Gaskin in there, sprinkled in. Salvin Ahmed. I think we're good at the position. So that was a good shower up there. Receiving, despite the fact that Devontae Parker had probably, 20 drops this season, some of them in some key areas, he had 82 catches for 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. So, still pretty decent. And I do like Parker. There's no reason to really deal him by any means. Jamar Chase of 110 catches, 1,392 and 12 touchdowns. The guy is going to be absolutely sensational. Mike Gesicki here, 66 catches, 680 yards. Etienne, 53 catches, 437 out of the backfield. Okay, Antonio Brown came in for a quarter of the year. 33 catches, 352, 2 touchdowns. Etienne had 4. Gesicki had 3. Oh, Alec. Yeah. Can't drink of water there. Mo Alley Cox with 12 catches. Grant, Dean, Fulgham played well when he came in. So that might be someone we keep as some depth. For receiver sets, it'll be him. Hunt was injured a portion of the year for 3 games. He came in, only gave up 7 sacks in those 13 games, but just I always have issues building my line in the first couple of years. And I was kind of worried about that. But Linderbaum played decent. We got Mac. He hasn't retired. We'll have to see if he does after this game. I kind of have an idea that Mac will retire. So, on defense, 203 tackles for Jerome Baker. That might even break the season record. Jesus. 4 sacks, 3 interceptions. He had almost as many solo tackles as he did assists. He was all over the field. Monty Rice with 143. 3 sacks, 1 interception. Javaris Ward, 4 interceptions, all against the Bills. David Howard, no interceptions. That's something that doesn't help. Eric Rowe had an interception off a deep ball. Igbenoni, young guy, and that's why I think he is going to play more consistently. We're in our dime package most of the time. And that's why I think I might actually trade a Saban Howard. Move up in the draft. He starts. We pick up someone that is a real game changer. Blankenship comes in and only plays like 7 games and has 40 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. I mean, came in, he played pretty well. For sacks, it was Agba with 7.5. A lot of stuff spread out, but no big sack leaders. No one sticks out of my head in this. Agba and Wilkins really on the line should have probably more. They should have 10 plus at this point. And Baker coming in on blitzes. Ginkle played half the season maybe a little bit more, and only had 4. So it kind of goes to show that he didn't have a lot of pressure. And that's going to be a position we concentrate on, especially in free agency in the draft. Kicking, we missed 1 field goal that we probably, if we would have made, could have won that game. Punting, Matt Hawk did a lot of punting. Just a lot of it. Kick return. This, we didn't get any big kick returns, I felt like. Punt returns, we got a couple big ones, but I don't know. Grant did not do it for me. Maybe I'm just spoiled with Cordell Patterson. Looking at this from a full view of the league, 4,700 yards for Patty Mahomes. Okay. Only 8 interceptions, 38 touchdowns. Brady had 42 touchdowns, but 15 interceptions. Brady had the most touchdowns. Trey Lance went 40-12. Jesus. Okay. Most interceptions, Tua, and that was by me. Majority of those were me. Burrow, Goff, Garoppolo. Completion percentage. You had the best completion percentage. Aaron Rodgers was 70%. Best rating is Patty Mahomes. Most sacks, Jimmy Garoppolo got obviously destroyed behind that Texans. That's why, one of the reasons why I believe Watson wants to get out of that offense. Most carries, Zeke, 288. Most yards, Chubb. That's why he was the best running back. Makes sense with 1,600 yards. Touchdowns, 21 for Nick Chubb. Jesus. We fumbled a lot. So I'm going to take from that. Most catches, well, Jamar Chase. Brandon Cooks the only other one over the century mark. For yards, Chase and Parker, 1-2. Then Mike Evans, Kiki QT, Kesvalding Scantling. For touchdowns, QT at 13, Chase at 12, Tate at 12. So we did a pretty decent job. Chase had most runs after catch, but likely because he's playing in the slot in our 3 receiver sets. Blocking, Alex Leatherwood sucked it up. However, Watt Davis. Okay. Solomon Kinley. Well, now that's a sleeper. I didn't see that happening. Okay. Pleasantly surprised there. Baker obviously blew out everyone. Tackles. Tackles for loss, DeForest Buckner at 20. Sacks, Myles Garrett 17.5. Aaron Donald with 17. Interceptions, Justin Coleman had 5. Travaris Ward had 4. Jimmy Ward has 5. Jalen Ramsey has 5. Good stuff there. Catches allowed. Okay. Fumbles, John Evans. I'm good there. We had, I think the most yards on kick returns, got a ticket out all the time, but not one of them was a touchdown. What is this voodoo? All right, so let's look at our draft picks for one. We have our first. We have a bunch of seconds. We're going to probably trade up into the first round with. We're probably going to trade this back for someone else's first. Probably another first. Go from there. Or someone's first and second pick. We have Las Vegas's first pick for next year. And second, 4, 5, 6, 7, no 3 for next year. We have 6 picks in the top 100. I'm fine with that. Does anyone have 2 first round picks? The Jets do. The Lions do. Might trade with the Jets. The Texans do. They're never going to give me that. The only one that's probably possible would be this one with the Jets. Be getting that 16 for them to go up into the 4th, but who knows. Okay, now let's look at our salaries. Fitzpatrick is not on the roster after this. Then Haskins, Cunningham, and we'll have to re-sign Mitch for probably a 2-year deal. Travis Etienne's there. Fournette, okay. It's going to be a $5 million deal. I'm fine with that. Gaskin and Ahmed are actually $4 million here. Okay. Gaskin and Ahmed, okay. If things go to complete shambles, we can ditch Ahmed here. We have a $43 million cap penalty because of the trades for next year. Vontae Parker, we're obviously going to keep him. Chase will keep him. Antonio Brown might go off. Might retire. Fulgham, I'm thinking about keeping him. And Keem Grant, that gives me more. It gives me more to actually do it. I'm fine on doing. Hearns, we're not going to re-sign him. Bowden is cheap. So's Williams, so's Perry. So we'll kind of keep those. Tight end, Gesicki. You have to re-sign him. Mo Ali Cox, we're going to keep him. Adam Shaheen, I think we're going to keep him. Josh Oliver, Orsted. We're going to keep him on the roster for right now, I think. It's not a lot of money. Free up. Flowers. Okay. Austin Jackson, second year at USC. Jenkins as well. Might end up canning Air Flowers. Extra 10 million. Something. Linderbaum, we're going with him. Mac, we have no idea what's going to go on there. Peter's on for one more year. Might as well keep him as depth. I might transition Vera Tucker to center. Might just have to see what we pull. We have Hunt here, who's on a cheap deal. Someone for Davis. Good depth. We'll see how he regresses. If he regresses hard, we'll cut him. Alright, defense. We gotta re-sign Agba. We're not re-signing Kerrigan. Strobridge is cheap. Ledbetter. Wilkins, obviously, we'll keep him. Mario Edwards, we'll let him walk right now. We'll see where it goes there. Davis, obviously, we're going to keep him. Hart, I think we're going to keep all of the guys. Shaq Lawson has one more year on his deal. I'm fine with that. Bryant, yeah, that's a cheap deal. Baker, we're going to have to re-sign him. Kruger, or Kruger Hill. I'm fine with this depth. Completely okay with this. Those are cheap options for depth. Van Ginkel, cheap. Gary. Not a lot of penalty. We're gonna do it. Okay, corner. So Hill will be out. We might re-sign Baker for a year. Then Daniel and Harris. Free safety, Blankenship we're gonna keep, obviously. Jones is depth, both positions. Eric Rowe. What are we gonna do with this position? One thing I know we're gonna do is we're gonna cut him. Eric Rowe, I have no idea. Sanders, we'll see if we can get him on a easy deal. And Matt Hawk. Okay. So there are our cuts at this point. Let's see what happens in Super Bowl. 37-31. It goes to Drew Brees. Playoff picture. Drew Brees getting his second. And he rides off into the win. Drew Brees retires after winning a second Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield only 2 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara 97 yards. Nick Chubb 90 rushing touchdowns. Kamara, Hunt, Chubb, Murray. Kind of probably a pedestrian day. Odell though has 2 touchdowns. Michael Thomas and Latavius Murray have 2 receiving touchdowns. My guess would be a very clean game by Drew Brees. It is. Very clean game from both sides, actually. And Drew Brees rides off into the sunset. Wow. Didn't see that portion. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end this episode here. We will do player negotiations, the 2021 retirements. We will go through free agency and the draft next episode. Hopefully, we get to the draft. And we're able to put that into next episode. I want to make this one kind of shorter so the off season's kind of chopped up into pieces as opposed to be a long video. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me, guys. Don't forget to leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.